everybody, it's Aaronator here. We got our 17th episode of our Columbus Blue Jackets franchise mode here on the PS4, guys. In the last episode, we went and started up the Year 4 season, if I'm correct. You know what? I try to keep track of that as much as I can, but it's been a long while, guys. All I can do is apologize. I'm sorry for pushing it off so long. I have used occasional times where I had a bit of time to pre-scout for stuff, possible trades that could happen, because we're around the halfway point of the season and we're getting closer to the trade deadline. So I have had some chance to pre-scout some trades, looking for mainly possibly an upgrade to our defense and then any offensive upgrades, but not too much has shown up. I prefer to rather make a trade for a big name if they were on the trade block. So I've looked at some guys who are pending UFA defensemen, and that could potentially be on their potentially be on the trade block for other teams because they have 1 year left. And I am willing to give up our first round pick if we're in a good spot still by the trade deadline and we could use a defenseman. If our team is literally on the biggest roll ever, I may just leave it, but I wouldn't mind making a small upgrade here and there, maybe adding a bit more depth to our defense, because I don't think we have much in the AHL that we're really willing to bring up and maybe even sacrifice, because our AHL team, if you look at it, we do have a couple young guys down there, and they're doing pretty good, so I don't want to mess up too much of their chemistry that they got going. But what we can do is, I showed you guys the stats and stuff in the last episode. Has been a while, but for starters, I don't think I made any line changes. I'm going to just review the lines if you guys did miss out in the last episode, which you can. We're still working on my English. But anyways, yeah, so I was thinking of possibly, like I said, adding a forward for maybe the third or second line in my head, because right now Brandon Saw is not playing that great offensively, and I wouldn't mind adding like another top-notch 86, 87 guy to go on that third line, then bring down a guy like Andrew Shaw, Grinder, and then that's an 86. Like that would be stacked. But I think our offense is doing really well right now. Our top line is rolling like crazy. All plus players, all getting lots of decent amount of points. But we're still working on things. Defense, we might need to upgrade the defense. Like I said, Nutavara, potentially move him down. Then Nutavara and Hetherington or Weinhold on the bottom pairing. And then someone to play with Ryan Murray, which would be likely a right-handed defenseman who can preferably be a puck-moving offensive threat, because our power play has not been that great over the past couple of years. Goaltending, of course, is Korpisalo and Sergei Bobrovsky. I do not plan to trade Bobrovsky in this episode. Preferably, I'd like to make the playoffs once again. And although I think Korpisalo could lead us there, 25, when you think about it, that's around the age that a goalie realistically is starting to get consistency in the league. So, you know what? I'm okay. I'm not going to trade Korpisalo. And I'm not going to trade Bobrovsky. Unless we start losing, we'll look at that as an option. But for right now, we're not losing, and we're doing pretty solid. So we're going to sim right up to the trade deadline and see if any defensemen come available. And we have to keep up this consistent play if we want to make a trade, because why should I make a trade if we're a losing team and upgrade to get pending UFA? That wouldn't make much sense, would it? So let's see. Forwards, defense. What were we scouting? I think we need defense still. So I think we've scouted defensemen in all of these areas, if I'm correct. So let's go to Sweden, actually. That would be pretty good. 11 defensemen there. We'll go a month. I will spend the extra week there. San Jose, Nashville, and LA, some Western Conference opponents. San Jose not having the greatest record there, and we get a 2-1 victory in overtime. We also got a 1-0 win against Colorado in the first day of February. A 4-1 victory in Nashville. A little bit of a mini road trip, 2 games, and a win against LA. That's huge. We're on a 4-game winning streak now, still in the Western Conference. Calgary, it's a 3-1 loss, but you know what? We're not going to win every game. But we got to bounce back. That's the big important thing. And we lose to a tough Dallas team. Rangers, they have a decent record, divisional opponent, and we lose 3-2. So 2 1-goal games. We're still playing consistent. We got to get a win, though. We really got to get some points here. Come on. Oh, gosh. 4-game losing streak. That's just great. 5-game losing streak. We're not scoring. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. Oh, sorry guys. I've had a really stuffed up nose lately. I've started to get just, I don't know, allergies or something. But you know what? I'm just gonna try and plug through it. So Carolina, we have really struggled to get goals here, but I don't know. No, I'm not gonna take Armia for a third because I believe when I was scouting for Armia, I saw him on Winnipeg. His morale is down, and although it could come up, that's probably because he's not getting ice time and possibly because he's not playing that well. So I'm just gonna decline that just for now. I could look at it later. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look at that. Clayton Keller, what? An elite center? 85 overall, 21 years old, elite potential. What? And his stats. Oh my goodness. Wow. They want to give up Clayton Keller? Why? Why would you want to do that? Forwards. Your second line center? You don't want to have two young centers? They want 2 firsts for Clayton Keller. What? That is crazy. Whoa, I have to consider this. Oh my goodness. He has more points than Dylan Strome on their team. Why would you do that? Nick Merkley's coming up. Is that why? You got too many centers? Spooner? Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Who? You know what I'm going to do? Who do they have on defense? Is there anybody you could look at? D'Angelo? Potentially. I don't like his stats that great. Nothing much there. Wow. I'm not sure. I mean, we get a 21-year-old elite guy for 2 firsts, and we're on this stretch right now. I might have to, dude, like, guys, I think I might have to make this trade. Like, this is almost like a no-brainer. We're getting a guy who could arguably be another top-line center. And if not, we can always play him on the wing. He's 21, and he's already medium elite at 85, or I have to. I have to accept this trade. There's no way Wow. That's crazy. We could give him a goalie. They want a goalie. I could give him a goalie. Do I want to... I don't know if I want to sacrifice 2 first-round picks, though. I'm not sure if I want to do that. That's a lot. What about what's their goaltending situation like? I would only give him Korpisalo or Comrie. I'm not going to be cheap and give him a 31-year-old goalie. They're in a status of rebuilder, so they would want a younger goalie. Is this a starting goalie here? Backup goalie. So they do need a guy who's a bit younger. Korpisalo would fit the bill right for them. And who hasn't played that well for us? His stats are improving though. I like 918. That's pretty good stats. I don't know, guys. I'm not really... To make this trade, I think I'd have to accept it straight up. Can I go 2 seconds? I'm going to try a second and a third. A first, a second, and a third round pick. This is a really big gamble. For this year's first... I mean, we started to lose. I don't think it's going to be that bad. First, a second, and a third. You know what? I'm not going to screw him over. A first and 2 seconds. But can we get a minimal draft pick back in exchange? 4th round pick. Clayton Keller. Okay, guys, we're going to try this. We're going to try this because they wanted 2 firsts. I don't want to give up a first for next year. I want to keep our assets. Wow, Clayton Keller. You know what? Yeah, we're going to do it. We can always move him to a wing or someone else to the wing. He's got 80 for face-offs. I'm going to do it. Clayton Keller in a 4th round pick for 2 seconds and a first. You know what? Take off the 4th. Whatever. This is going to be a pretty fair trade. A first and 2 seconds for a bona fide 21-year-old scoring forward with elite potential. Will it go through? And there you go, trade accepted. Obviously, that value might have been a bit more with the 2 seconds. Our first for next year looked like it had less value, but we're getting a guy who's young with elite potential. I'm gonna take that gamble any day of the week. Any day of the week. That was a steal, I think. I think even 85, 84 overall, that's still a great play. We know you can bring a lot to the table, which is why we traded for you. Go prove it. Yeah, let's be motivating. No change. Okay, so it's not negative. Glad others on the team are performing as well as I have been. We can always do better. I'm expecting more from you. I agree. I think most of the team is not sure about you. I know you still have more to give. We can always do better. Let's be demanding. Okay, so no negative approach. That's good. Or no negative reactions. I just didn't want to mess anything up with morale too much. But we added Clayton Keller, so I'm gonna go put him into the lineup, boys, and I'll show you guys what we got. All right, guys, we are now gonna see how Clayton Keller fits into our lineup. We got Andrew Shaw is gonna be moving down onto the fourth line. He's had a great season. But we're giving him power play time and PK time, so hopefully that won't hurt him too much. I don't mind if he goes down to a third line forward. I hope he stays at around 85, 84 overall. I like what he's doing for our team. I really do, but I'm going to see if Milano can get going with Keller and Jenner, and then we'll keep our top six the way it is. On defense, I didn't really change anything there. Power play is a big difference. What the heck? I did not want Brandon Saad doing that. I don't want him in there. I need one of our other centers to go in there. Heischer probably. Yeah. So we're gonna put Saad and Ryan Murray on the point. Keller, Dubois, and Shaw. So mainly a big power play line. That could be a very interesting combo. Let's get Jones in there because I really wanted to do that. Atkinson can be on the point there, just to even it out a bit. Let's get Ryan Murray back in there because I do want to keep our top guys playing because maybe Murray maybe he could get to 87 overall. And I mean, 3 goals and 3 assists without power play time is pretty good this season. So we're going to try and give him some more opportunity. Same with Jones and Werenski. They're a top D pairing. We want them to get lots of offense together. Heischer and Toffoli, obviously. And then PK, we're going to give Shaw top line PK with Heischer. Hopefully that still works. 3-man. Heischer and Dubois. And then goalies, I'm going to have Korpisalo get in the start just because it's probably been a while since his last start. I want him to continuously get a decent amount of games in. Levin's at an 82, guys. I thought I might show you his offensive category. His wrist shot and slap shot accuracy, just the shooting accuracy is really good. Defensive category, of course, is still very stellar. But I really hope his offensive awareness can get up there because I believe offensive awareness is one of the key stats in order for a player to get offense. But at least in the AHL, he's scoring a lot. But I did what you guys suggested, and I decided to go and put different guys at forward. We'll put Estevan at center there, and then Vegetti instead of Abramov. And I'll probably end up trading Abramov because just his player style, we have enough of these guys, but I don't see him really growing. His offensive awareness isn't where I want it to be, and he's continuously being a minus. So we're going to put Vegetti up, give him an option to possibly get more offense with these guys, and then, defense, I switched Jokipaka and Ernst just because Jokipaka was a bit of a minus, and he's a top 2 defenseman, so hopefully maybe that ice time will help him out. Goaltending, let's see how Boulton is. Decent stats, could be better, but he is getting some wins, so that's nice to see. And that's that. I think we should be good now. So let's go continue on with the sim. It took a bit of time to do that just because I wanted to make sure that Clayton Keller was getting a nice time. Bjorkstrand's on the second line, but he hasn't been scoring that much, so we may need to make a switch up. The thing is, I think you need to play the guys that are playing. That's going to be a big thing. So we got shut out twice, and then Arizona offered us Clayton Keller. Let's see how he does in his debut. You know what? We don't usually do this very often. Let's slow sim and see how Keller does in his debut with the Blue Jackets. First period, and look at that. Within the first 5 minutes, Clayton Keller gets his first goal as a Columbus Blue Jacket. Shots are 11-7. Evander Kane got one at the end there. It's okay, Korpisalo. Let's keep on playing solid, boys. Defensively, right for him. Second period. There you go. Clayton Keller, a second goal of the team on the game for his. Oh my goodness, as a Blue Jacket. That's wow. He's really coming through for us. Third period. We'll full out slow sim this third. There you go. Brandon Saad gets a goal. He has been struggling this season, but you know what? He gets a goal here. Clutch for us. We have a 2-goal lead. We got 10 minutes remaining now, and Korpisalo is staying solid so far. And it looks like with 5 minutes left, we got a power play. Can we get an insurance marker? Nothing's happening. But you know what? Korpisalo, he's going to shut the door, and 3-1 will be the final score. So that's awesome. Clayton Keller got first star in his first game. Korpisalo had a great game. You know, see, guys, I think Korpisalo is capable. So I'm not going to trade him for now. That's just my plan. Let's see who else got points. Just because Keller, I don't think he got an assist, but yeah, it was showing the 3 stars. He got 2 goals. He shot the puck 8 times. What the heck? He wanted those goals. Face-offs taken. Face-off won. He's a face-off winner. That's solid. That's real solid. I like it. Points. That should be that. Ryan Murray was a -1 in that game. I want to see who's getting most minutes for us. 25. I like it. Murray's getting some ice time, so that's good for him. 4 shots. Probably on the power play a bit. Heischer, Natavara, Hetherington, Toffoli, Atkinson, Dubois, Jenner, Shaw. Shaw still got 15 minutes. That's solid. For a second liner, I could see him getting a bit more. I could see him getting a bit more ice time. So we might have to check that out. Because he is a solid playoff performer, solid player for us. But yeah, we'll just have to keep on seeing. I would like to add in a defenseman. And we, by the way, guys, we are going to get to the end of the season in this episode. Don't worry. If it's a bit slower, because it says 20 minutes on here, I know we obviously cut some time. Okay, Arizona's trying to give us all their top forwards. Well, Tobias Ryder, realistically, in real life, even is probably one of their top offensive players right now. Well, somewhat. I don't know. St. Louis, we get a 4-1 loss. Come on, guys. Get a bounce-back win. Minnesota, there you go. 4-2 victory. Game against Buffalo. Trade block, nothing is happening. I want to stop. I haven't received any trades for a defenseman. I don't know if there's any defenseman on there. 6-4 loss. That's not good. Come on, guys. Player meetings. Can we get some positive morale? I might take a gamble here because I really would like to see some positive interactions. And that locker room chemistry has been staying at 79. I need to be out on the ice more. I can't help the team when I'm not getting minutes. I'll consider making some possible changes. He responded favorably to my calm demeanor. So, Lada wants some ice time. So, we'll check and see how Hyman and all those other guys have been playing. And maybe we need to give someone a game or 2 off because realistically, we're not winning consistently, and maybe some guys aren't playing to their top potential. So Anaheim has tons of defensemen, and this was one of the teams I pre-scouted. They do not want to give up anybody, but I was looking at preferably Vatanen and Taylor. Vatanen, 1 year left, offensive defenseman, and then Taylor, 24 years old, solid stats. If he's getting 5 goals and 10 assists with that little amount of ice time, likely, we with a good contract. I mean, maybe we should go and get this guy, but we'd have to give up a forward, which I think I'd be okay with doing, like a forward and maybe a minimal prospect like Abramov. Anaheim needs some scoring, right? So that could be a definite option. Please tell me he's available. Oh, he isn't. He's not on the block. Justin Falk. 1 year left, minus 11, but I mean 88 overall with like those kind of stats. I'd like to have a chance at signing this guy. That'd be stellar. Is there anybody else? Soderberg's on the block. Is there anybody else? Florida. So sorry guys, I had just a little interruption in my recording there. But I looked around the entire league thoroughly through each team's defense once again, and no one was available. No one looked like as good as a deal as possibly Shea Theodore could be, not just for contract wise, but just like player and all that stuff. So I'd like to possibly go after him. So we're going to need to add a forward in this deal because we do have too many forwards somewhat at the moment. It's good to have a lot of depth, but I'm not sure we're going to have much of an opportunity. They're giving up a young defenseman, and we just gave up our first-round draft pick and multiple draft picks. We are actually like draft pickless. So I'm going to first look at who has 1 year left on the deal. Is there any pending UFAs that are like older guys? So Lada, Atkinson, I'm not giving him up, not for our playoff run. Hyman, Dano, Sod, and Jenner would probably be 2 of the guys. Any of these 4 actually. 2 years left. Realistically, a lot of these guys have been underperforming. 18 goals for Sod. Actually, Jenner hasn't been playing that well at 5 mil, but he's a penalty killer for us. Although our penalty kill has been struggling lately. Milano only has 19 points, 10 goals. He's on pace for probably even less than previous seasons. I really don't like his offensive awareness, and he doesn't really have much of a spot in the team. And Bjorkstrand has been goalless in multiple games, but he is a -1. I might have to let go of one of these guys. So realistically, which one would I want to give up? We have quite a few two-way forwards and we have quite a few snipers. I'm going to say let's look at playoff appearances. So he was in the AHL last year. Was Bjorkstrand ever in the playoffs that one time? No, but he did do better. Who has been more of a just 28, 25? I like the potential of Bjorkstrand, and he's a second line forward. Milano is a third line forward, and what does he bring? That's not quite plus numbers. And what's Bjorkstrand plus numbers? Plus 24. He hasn't really been the greatest defensively, although his defensive category is actually pretty solid. But I have to say, I'm gonna have to go with Bjorkstrand being the one to stay. Maybe I made some of you guys freak out. But realistically, I don't see we have enough of physical guys in our lineup, and Milano, his size is much more bigger than Bjorkstrand, but we need a guy. We need to be able to score in the playoffs, and realistically, I see Milano being the guy out. Although he's younger and has a better contract, he's the guy that we're probably going to have to move here. Eventually, we could move Sauter Jenner. We may not be able to sign Atkinson, but realistically, I'd like to see, can we get this to go through straight up? Sonny Milano in exchange for Shea Theodore, and no, trade rejected. So I said Abramov could be a guy we could give up, but I'd like to figure out, see if there is anybody there. Abramov, his potential. Or this defenseman, Gore, 18 years old, low top six as an offensive defenseman. His awareness in general, defensive and offensive, isn't that great. So I'm gonna see if I can give him up instead of Abramov. And will this go through? Sonny Milano and Gore in exchange for Tador, and trade rejected still. That's not good. I really don't want to give up that much. What do we got? Goalies. Do we have any goalie prospects that we can give up? Just for now. An extra goalie. Do you want him? They don't want Turnbaum. That's not going to work. We could be in trouble. We have couple extra forwards. Lada, I don't want negative morale, but he's usually been a solid contributor. He's been a minus in the past couple of seasons, actually. Playoffs. How about Cesarnik? He's been 0. I don't know. You know what? He's actually looked decent. So I'm going to give up Lada, I think, for now. Let's see if we can get this trade to go through. Lada, Gore. We're going to have to take on a forward. Is there anybody? No. This guy has more value. We honestly don't have enough assets in exchange for Abramov. And I have another trade in mind that I'd like to get going. A third-round pick. I will do this. Gore, a third in Milano for Tador, please. Trade accepted. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Anaheim, so we are accepting your trade offer. So we could have gave up another defenseman, but honestly, I want to keep our depth deep for defense, but we do have quite a few younger forwards that could come up. Weinhold and TVR. I think I might send down Weinhold because he's a 0. He struggled a bit more, and realistically, we need to put down a defenseman. So I'm going to keep up TVR, and this way we can get Weinhold still playing in the AHL. So, yeah, I'll quickly do line changes to add guys in the team, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, guys, we have finished the line changes, and I have Shea Theodore in the lineup, and I decided to put Cesarnik in just because I'd like to see how this guy can produce on the bottom line. Because to be fair, Zach Hyman has some pretty good offensive stats, and Lada can be a supporter there. And honestly, I just as of late, Dano hasn't been playing that great. He's a -3, and preferably, I know that Lada's been complaining a bit, so I'd like to get him some ice time. He's a bit more of a veteran, and Zach Hyman, I like his offensive skill, and I like to give him a chance a bit more. So we're going to try that, and then, of course, this is going to be our lineup now. We're going to get Shaw back on that second line, along with Dubois and Saad, and then Jenner, Keller, and Bjorkstrand. Hopefully, Keller can get Bjorkstrand going, and that would honestly be a lethal third line. That'd be really nice if we can get them scoring. And then, of course, our usual guys. This is going to be our defense now. Murray and Tador. We're going to put Tador actually on the point, just on the right side, just because his harder slap shot, that could be really deadly on a 1T. And then Nutavara and Hetherington. To be fair, Hetherington usually plays on the right side more often anyway, so we're going to keep him there. Power play, there's what our power play is going to look like. I'm just going to show it to you guys. Bjorkstrand, Keller, and then Tador, and then our usual guys now. Penalty kill, I decided to give Dubois more ice time because more of a penalty killer guy. Hopefully he can step it up. And then Jenner as well with him. And then there you go. That's our team goaltending. We got Corpusalo starting. Look at that, guys. Save percentage, .924. Not the greatest record, but I don't think it's their goalie's fault. Both of them have played just outstanding. Bobrovsky has slowed down a bit, so I might want to, no matter what, get Corpusalo getting more of those starts. But we're just going to have to see how that goes. We're done with all of our trades. Oh, wait. No, we are not. We're not. I'm going to add some depth for our team by adding in defensemen from the Florida Panthers. I was going to do Makoshin. Let me just double check any of these other guys. Smith, top 6 defenseman, maybe less likely. Petrovic, yeah, I'm going to go to Makoshin because he's youngest, 24, decent potential. We're going to take him because he has some value in exchange for Abramov. That's going to be my switch because I think that could be a potential good deal for us. I don't know if Abramov's going to get much better. So let's see. Can we get this to go through straight up? Abramov for Makoshin. Trade rejected. That's not what I wanted to hear. Any guys with 0 years left on their contract. Just like an extra contract. I don't see us using these guys. I'm just going to throw them in there. And I think I'm going to throw in Cheng just because I know I drafted this guy in the 3rd round, but I mean, let's be realistic. I don't think he's going to play. And let's see, that should go through. I don't really mind. It's kind of unfair to put in all those contracts, but I just wanted to do that because I really wanted to just get that trade to go through because it's fair. I mean, to be fair, what's his name? Makoshin, right? Yeah, Makoshin. He wasn't really getting ice time anyways, so yeah, he's a very good defensive defenseman as well. So he can definitely be an option for us for if any injuries occur. So that's good. And then there you go. Let's see. We're gonna edit line. Sorry. And we should be getting in a new forward there. So let's see. Abramov was getting power play time. Goalie is going to be the other guy. All right. So, sorry. Excuse me. I have some nose problems again. Penalty special teams would be top line power. Excuse me. Holy crap. Nose is getting acty. It's acting up. Hannakainen. We're going to get goalie in here because we need a good defensive player on the 4th line, right? Playmaker. And then we're going to get Hannakainen on there. There you go. That should work. And then we'll get Connor Brown up there to stack up that power play. And let me just quickly do this. Vegetti is going to get some more time. And PK, let's get a better defensive player in there on the PK. We'll get, throw Gibbons on there. He should be solid. And there you go. That should work. That should work very well. I'm actually going to get Stenlin up there because that way he gets a bit more ice time. Although we have a young prospect here, I'm going to decide to maybe ease up a bit just because, or no, we'll give him 3-man PK for Stenlin because I just want our top guys to be playing because if our team's winning, I think our guys will progress just as much. And there you go. That's all the line changes. I know I showed all that to you guys. It's a really long episode. It says 43 minutes for me. I know it's not that long. At least I hope it isn't too super duper long. But we're gonna get the season finished in this episode. Hopefully, your Columbus Blue Jackets can reach the playoffs. Glad to join the team. Can Tador speak English? Glad to join the team. I'll make sure this trade looks good for you. Welcome aboard, bud. I'm just going to say that. Too touchy-feely. Why is it too touchy-feely? I'm saying welcome to the team, and he's like, no. That's illegal. Okay, you've really made the locker room a less enjoyable place after you traded Sonny Milano away. Well, I'm sorry, but I think the trade is going to make us a better team. So if you won't accept that TVR, then we got a problem, and you gotta go. So calendar, let's go and start simming games. We got to get some wins here, no matter who's in the net. Bobrovsky, Korpsal, I need you guys to play stellar because our team has struggled over recent years to always create offense. I think we've improved it over the years, and it still is improving, but we really need to get some continuing solid play from our goalies. But we really need to see just our team in general make that step up to becoming a playoff team, because we need to start being a bit more consistent. A 3-2 shootout victory, I will take it, guys. We can get points wherever we can. If it's a win, an overtime loss, we need to get wins. You know what? Western Conference teams, I'm okay with losing, but not. I want to stay 500 at least, just above 500. Come on, get a win here. Calgary, there you go. 4-0, big victory. Goalies come through and offense. 6-3 victory against San Jose. Now starting to get some Eastern Conference games. We got to start winning like crazy. Come on, guys. I want to go on a big winning streak. And Tater goes out with an injury. So let me quickly do this. So I decided to put Makoshin in the top 4 D spot, guys. And Ryan Murray will be going alongside him. And then we're going to keep Nedevar and Heathering together just because they've been doing pretty stellar as of late. Jones and Werenski, how are they doing? Okay, so they're doing a bit better. And it looks like Jones is still continuing to struggle on the power play. So I might change it up a bit. Can we do... You know what? We'll get Ryan Murray on there. I'm going to do that. So we'll see how that works out. But I really like to continue to see more offense come from Jones. That would be nice. Carolina, this big game here. 7-1. There you go. Maybe some power play goals for Ryan Murray. Philadelphia, let's get a big victory. They're struggling. And divisional opponent. We have to get a win. 3-0. There you go. Stellar performance from offense and goaltending. Tampa Bay, big game. They're a good team. Let me quickly do this change now. You know what? Might as well just show you guys. Actually, I might not mind just leaving it because we are winning a couple games and... Tator's probably still a bit injured, so quickly stop sim. 3-2 victory, stellar. Tator is not back. Montreal, game against Montreal. Let's get another victory. Come on, boys. Okay, 3-0 loss, but we need to bounce back. And Tator is back from injury, so that's a perfect time to bring him in the lineup. Okay, edit lines. We're just outside of a playoff spot. No, that's not good. Come on, guys. All right, guys, so... sorry, I had a bit of interruption there, but I just decided because I had to make the switch. I made the switch. Tator is now back in the lineup, and we got him on the power play. We're going to keep Ryan Murray on there because he actually got, sorry, not fully, he actually got a couple assists there, I think. But we had a big blowout game a while ago, 7-1, I believe it was. So we're going to keep him there, and I'm going to give him the shot, I think. Yeah, we're going to do that. Let's give Tator some actually on the 4-man power play. We'll give him some ice time there. Hopefully he can progress to be a solid defenseman for us. He's only played a couple games, but you know what? We're just got to continue winning, and hopefully that'll help us out. We need to make a bounce-back game here against Boston. This will be clutch. They're struggling. We need to get a win, guys. On the road. Come on, big victory. There you go. 2-1 in overtime. I love the effort there. That's a great game from goaltending. Pittsburgh, we got to get some offense on these guys because you know they're going to be able to score goals. Come on, stellar performance, boys. Come on. Big victory. Oh, come on. In regulation, 6-5. We got the offense, but goaltending, a bit struggling there. It's okay. It's okay. Bad game. Just brush it off. We can get a victory here against Carolina. Last time we beat them 7-1. Let's do that. Repeat that. Come on, boys. Injury to Dylan Hetherington, which is going to be injured till June 6th. So, that's why we got the depth for a defenseman. Okay. I might as well show you guys because this is going to be a long-term injury. But you know what? There's a guy who looks like he could exactly replace him. Ian McCoshen, solid defensive stats. This really is a younger replica of him. I could argue that. But you know what? We're going to keep it going. We're going to put him on the penalty kill, and hopefully... he can perform. That actually could be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if he does well. But PK, do we want him on that PK? I will say yes, because you know what? He is a bit younger, but he can definitely show up for us. You know what? Let's give Ryan Murray some more time, because he's started to pick up his game a bit more, and why not give the guys who are playing? So younger Makoshin, you can play with Seth Jones, and then let's see, power play. Yeah, I'm going to keep the power play lines the way they were. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll keep on going with the sim. Game against Carolina, what happened? 3-2 overtime victory. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We needed that big victory. Minnesota, they're struggling. I don't care if it's Western Conference. I want to continue to get a winning streak here. Come on. We got to get a big victory from goaltending. You got a point. I will take it, but we need a win. We need a win. That's all I can say. Washington, 38-30. They have a good record. I believe they're in the same division as us, but this is going to be a huge game because it's really tight here. Can we get a victory? Come on. Big victory. Yes, 6-1. Look at that. Columbus Blue Jackets. We are doing much better than previous seasons. We are starting to come in clutch. That's what we need. Any other scouting things we need to do? Let's start doing some forwards because we already done defensemen, so I'm okay with doing forwards because we gave up Milano and stuff like that. So we're going to have to start gathering some more depth. The Islanders, let's see. They're 40-29-7. This is another. There's some huge divisional games that are still tight teams. We need to get victories. This would be huge, guys. We're on a roll here, getting points. Islanders, let's repeat. There you go. 3-0 big victory. 5 games left remaining in the season. April is starting. Let's quickly see. Locker room chemistry is at 82%, and we're in a divisional spot. Yes, we are in a divisional spot. That is huge. That victory over the Islanders. Now we basically leapfrogged them right there. That's a huge game. But the Rangers, that'll be another tough opponent, another big game that we're going to have to come through and get some wins. Oh wow. Okay, why is our division literally so stacked? We need to teams just need to chill and just go after a top pick, okay? Just do that. New York Rangers, this is going to be probably the biggest game out of all of these opponents. Arguably Washington as well, maybe New Jersey. But this is going to be one of the biggest ones, I have to say. Come on, boys. We need to get a big victory here against the Rangers. Come on. Let's go, Blue Jackets. Come on. And Hyman's happy because we won? No, we got a 3-1 loss. No, that's not good. In regulation. Come on. Philadelphia. We'll do another game here. Let's go. 35-37-6 is their record. They are struggling. This is a great chance. I believe they're still within a chance. Maybe not. But they better not be playing spoilers. You guys, no matter what, we need to get points here, so get at least a point. At least a point. Keller is mad because he didn't score, but we won, but no, we didn't. So, this is not good. 2 regulation losses is not going to help. Oh my gosh, we've had some luck. How are we still? Oh my gosh. Washington, are you kidding me? Just leave us alone. Oh my gosh. I just want to clinch a playoff spot. Is that too much to ask for? Come on. Oh my gosh. Washington needs to leave. Atlantic Division. Oh my gosh. Even Buffalo and Florida. Well, we have games in hand on them. So we control our own destiny still. All we need to do is win. Why can't we just win? Oh my gosh, we can't even get points. It's just too tight. Oh, we're just in a playoff spot. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're battling with 4, 5, 6 other teams. Toronto less likely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 other teams. We have games in hand. We even have regulation plus overtime wins. So we just need to get points. Please. I want to finish the season with like 93, 94 points, but that's going to mean we have to win most of the rest of our games. The Detroit Red Wings, they're out of a playoff spot. Their record is not looking the greatest. We need to get points here. Please, we need a victory, Columbus. Get a victory. Get some offense. Help out our goaltending. Come on, big victory. Yes, 4-1. There you go. That's clutch. All right, where are we going now? We qualified for the playoffs. That's what it says. Is there an X? There's an X. Yes! Thank you so much. But you know what? I don't even care. I want to clinch Washington. I don't want Washington to get a victory and then say, well, we could have made it. No, we're the better team. I want a big victory against Washington, and I want to clinch ourselves a divisional playoff spot, okay? I want to clinch a divisional playoff spot. Let's go. I want to be competitive to finish the season, boys. Let's go. Slow sim because this is such a tight game and such a tight rivalry. Honestly, our division is crazy. Come on, boys. Let's get some offense. First period, and there you go. Pierre-Luc Dubois gets a goal on Braden Holtby, but then Jakob Vrana scores a goal on Corpus Owl. Come on, boys. Stay sharp. Second period, and are you kidding me? Hobbs and Niskanen, 2 defensemen. Well, Hobbs might be a forward, but Niskanen is a defenseman. Come on, guys. We got to get some offense. Help out our goalies. It was only like 4 shots in that period. Come on. We got to get something going. We can make a big goal here. Penalty kill. Big kill. There you go. Come on. Let's get some offense. Clayton Keller. He's sure. Come on, we got elite skill on this team. We can be scoring 3 goals a game. 4 goals. We can score 7 goals a game against Carolina. No, Ovechkin can score. Yeah, Ovechkin can score a lot. Okay, we get it, Ovi. You don't need to get a hat trick within the last 10 seconds of the game. Or 10 minutes, or whatever. There you go. Clayton Keller gets a goal to make it interesting. But, of course, you let them get the victory. I didn't want that. I want to get a divisional spot, and I want to prove those doubters wrong. I don't like the inconsistency. It could just be because it's so tight that we're losing games, but I don't like that. This is a good challenge for us. New Jersey, they're going to be one of the teams that we're going to likely be playing in the playoffs the deeper we go. So let's see how we can do against them in the final game of the season. Home ice. Let's go get a big victory. First period, and there you go. Boone Jenner gets one on Schneider, and then Devontae Smith-Pelly on Bobrovsky. Come on, boys. Big win. Second period, and there you go. Brandon Saad and Zach Hyman getting some goals on Corey Schneider. Third period. Let's little sim it here. Very long video. It says 57 minutes practically. Holy crap. Whatever. And then we got to do awards and stuff. Taylor Hall gets a goal. Come on, boys. We need to stay sharp. Help out our goalies. Let's play defense. Okay, we can shut this team down. New Jersey's been starved for offense forever, okay? This shouldn't be a problem. If we want to be consistent for the playoffs, this should be an easy win. There you go. 1-goal game. I will take it. It's all good. We get a victory. Bobrovsky plays solid, gets the first star. Hyman and Jenner as second and third stars. And we are playing a bit better. I think Ryan Murray, just in general, has had a much better season than usual. So I'm interested to see what stats he has. He had up morale for ice time, so that's good to see. And who are we going to be going up in the first round? Who are we going to be going up against? It's going to be the New Jersey Devils. Look at that. So, Wow. Whoever is the person who makes schedules for the AHL is really mean. This is how you finish off an AHL season? Wow. That's wild. 5 games in a row. So let's sim right up to the date. We can do that. It's probably going to start the series already. I wouldn't be surprised about that, but that's okay. But I'd be curious to see. So some series have already started, but that's okay. Whole team meeting. Let's see. It's game 1 of the series. No. That's going to be for another time. We'll just chill out. We had our little break, so in the next episode, we will be doing the playoff series, the first round, against the New Jersey Devils. Clayton Keller comes out of nowhere, gets 63 points on the third line, 35 goals, wow, and he's still a minus. That's wild. Maybe it's from power play, I don't know. 27 goals for Atkinson, so maybe he slowed down because Keller was in there taking all of his offense, but come on. Atkinson, you were on pace for 36 goals. What happened? He had it last season. I know he wasn't going to have as much as last season, but he was going to have a 30-goal year. Close, but not quite. Heischer, 22 goals, 58 points. He's developing into our top-line center. That's what I like to see. Let's continue on. Toffoli, 56 points, 20 goals. I'd like to see more out of him, but I think that will come with the with Heischer's eventual offense. And to be fair, we have a lot of depth offense. I mean, we should be scoring 4 goals a game. But it's okay. Toffoli, I'll take that. This is a solid season, but I'd like to see more out of you, especially come the playoffs. 52 points for Dubois, 17 goals, 24 goals for Brandon Saad, 50 points. So that's a much better finish to the end of the season for him. Zach Werenski, +5, 47 points. That's probably one of his best seasons he's had as a member of the Blue Jackets. That's awesome to see. Bjorkstrand, he picked it up a bit, 42 points and 13 goals. I think it was more from playing with Clayton Keller, but you know what? Hopefully he can still continue to develop. Andrew Shaw, 38 points, 17 goals, so he had a solid finish to the season. Boone Jenner, 36 points. He didn't have any more goals, so he could possibly be on his way out when we start having cap problems. You guys can let me know potentially about that, but I like to see. I think he's a playoff performer for us, so he'll have to prove himself in the playoffs. The playoffs are going to be a big challenge for us. Ryan Murray gets 22 points, so he maybe slow down a bit offensively, but he's an 87 overall, so that's awesome to see. And, he's definitely playing much better. Seth Jones, 21 points. Shea Taylor, 21 points. Identical stats, solid plus-minus. -3 for Dano. He didn't play a single other game. How did Cesarnik do? He had 5 points in 20 games, only a -1. So the fourth line, I think, stepped it up a bit, so that's nice to see. I might go back to Dano for the playoffs. You guys can let me know. Probably. I wouldn't see why not. Lada is a -4, 17 points. Again, you guys can let me know who you think is our best, what our best lineup would look like. Weinhold, he's in the AHL, right? I hope so. The interruptions never seem to end. I am sorry for the all of a sudden interruption once again. Anyways, let's finish up this year-end season. Nidovar only 12 points, so he's really not much of an offensive defenseman. We'll have to see if we want to give him a contract, what he's looking for. Ian Makoshin, -3 with the last 11 games of the season, so not fantastic, but you know what? He's young, so that'll come with consistency. Maybe we should play TVR. Maybe we'll give him a chance, depending. We'll probably give our lineup a chance throughout the start of the season, but the start of the playoffs. But we'll see. Who's our starting goalie to go in net, guys? Korpisalo has only played so many games, but Bobrovsky, I will give it to Bobrovsky. He's the higher overall. He's our veteran goalie. He's played great. I just wish that the game gave more starts to Korpisalo. Korpisalo had a great year, and he really should have had more games. And I think he would have made our record a bit better, honestly. But I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him. I'm sorry that you didn't get more starts, Korpisalo, but we'll look to get him in more next season, and for sure in the playoffs if Bobrovsky doesn't do that great. Entire league, let's quickly get goals, top goal scorers. 49 goals for Sagan, 45 for Tarasenko, 45 for Ovechkin, 44 for Stamkos, 41. Yeah, you get it. Brock Besser, 38 goals at 84 overall. He's wild. I hope he does that in real life. Keller, it's a pretty good season. Patrick Laine, only 34 goals, but 82 points. 91 points for Crosby, 90 for Sagan, Tarasenko. It's all the same guys. Any younger guys? McDavid's a point per game. Nice to see. Sometimes he's not. It kind of bugs me because we know McDavid is capable of getting point per game. Jack Eichel cycle. Nick Patan at 88 overall. That is wild. That's crazy. First line player, yeah, he's gotten 80 points. Tons of assists, 64 assists. Wow. Sam Reinhart, Joe Pavelski on New Jersey. Okay, so maybe they did shore up their offense, but not for too long. Artemi Panarin, Kucherov, Marchand, Ovechkin. Yeah, you get it. Henrique, Pasternak. Any other guys? Lucic had 72 points, 105 penalty minutes, and 24 goals. That's wild. Wild. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Goalies. Let's quickly check this out. We'll go for wins. If it wants to load, that would be great and not freeze. Goals. Anybody get a goal? Not this year. I think someone had a goal last year, wasn't it? Wasn't Bobrovsky getting a goal in his Vezina Trophy winning season or something? I don't know. Or Lundqvist, probably. 45 wins for Crawford, so he's a candidate. So is Gibson for the Vezina. Better stats is Demko. He's definitely become better. Schneider, but who is really the top goalie? Bobrovsky is the best stats, but you know what? Over games, I would say probably Demko has it because he's got the goals against average. How about save percentage? 0.924, 925. Yeah, he has the most games played, and another win. But it could be Crawford. I could see it going to Crawford. Is there anyone else that has a great save percentage that would really be a candidate? John Gillies is an 84 overall. He had a great season. Corey Schneider, wow, 0.925. Okay, so there's definitely some possible candidates for the top goalie of the year. I wanted to check this out. It's kind of cool to see how defensemen do. I'm sorry for such a long episode, guys, but once again, I know you like them. So, 67 point. Wow. So lots of the same guys. Any younger guys? Madison Bowie, 53 points. That's crazy. Orensky, he's getting up there. Ben Hutton, 46 points. Goals. Ryan Sproul. I remember when this guy was insane for us in Detroit. He was only ever like an 84 overall or something, or 86, but he was always playing like a 90 overall. I loved him. Sproul was awesome. Anything else? I think that's it. Rookie skaters. Sam Steele had 60 points. Wow. Okay. Goal scoring. Taylor Radish at 23. DeBrincat, Anderson. It's interesting to see all these young guys once they get more into their NHL rosters going into continuous seasons. Sorry, my nose is getting plugged up again, but I'm going to end it off there. I want to end it off on the playoff tree. Why not? Why not do that? It's continuing to be extended episode. I'm going to do it because I'm a rebel. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you subscribe so you can see the next one when it comes out and you won't miss anything else. You can become a BC Bro member today. I don't ever do this very much, and I feel like maybe that's why our subscription totals sort of like trail off a bit and it's not as consistent as usual. Maybe I need to advertise it more. I don't know. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.